The Ijaw ethnic nationality has reaffirmed its commitment to the struggle for self-determination and resource ownership, saying it will stop at nothing to achieve its emancipation and secure freedom from the Nigerian state. This was contained in a communique issued after the one-day All Ijaw Summit in Yanagua, Bayelsa State, which was organized by the Ijaw National Congress on Saturday, with the theme, the Nigerian State and the Ijaw Question. The president of the INC, Professor Benjamin Okaba, who read the communique to journalists at the Ijaw House, said the Ijaw people's right to self-determination, access and control of their resources was inalienable and backed by several international laws. Okaba said the federal government had poorly and unsatisfactorily managed the country's ethnic diversity, which had resulted in agitations over marginalization and ignited separatist tendencies among the major ethnic nationalities. According to him, the Nigerian Federation is an aberration as it does not conform to all known principles of federalism. The Ijaw ethnic nationality can no longer bear the grave injustice, impunity, flagrant nepotism, marginalization, neglect, oppression, and enslavement by the Nigerian state, Okaba stated. He added that the Ijaw would stop depending on the federal government for the protection of their environment, stressing that an environmental protection strategy would be evolved to safeguard Ijaw land for future generations. The communique read in part, the Ijaw resolved from this summit to employ all peaceful diplomatic, non-violence and other tools of obedience to pursue and actualize our right to self-determination as a distinct people of common historical and cultural affinity and geographical contiguity. The Ijaw people shall stop at nothing until self-determination is achieved. The Ijaw nation shall continue to engage the federal government of Nigeria on its critical challenges as well as the enthronement of a new federal constitution, and this is without prejudice to our resolve to seek self-determination. Notable leaders present at the summit, chaired by Justice Francis Tabai, retired, were the governor of Bayelsa State, Doye Diri, his deputy, Lawrence Ewurujapo, Chief Edwin Clark, who was represented by a retired federal permanent secretary, Godnose Igali, a former minister of police affairs, Broderick Bozimo, and a former deputy speaker, Delta House of Assembly, Funkekeme Solomon. Others were the Speaker, Bayelsa House of Assembly, Abraham Ignobere, Secretary to the State Government, Nombewe Benson, Commissioner for Ijaw National Affairs, Erasmus Patrick, and the Chairman, Bayelsa Council of Traditional Rulers, Alfred Diete Spiff. Wonder shall never end. They will continue to engage the federal government. They've been engaging the federal government, but before you know it, before you could say Jack Robinson, once they just wrap something for them, they will forget about it. Are these not the same people who have been talking about, oh, Igbos, they want our oil, oil. Igbos say they want our oil, they want our oil. Things are not working well. I have said it several times. Everybody, apart from for the fact that you are part of this ruling class, these politicians across board. The politicians across board, they are like brothers and sisters. The same father, the same mother gave birth to them. Forget all those nonsense. The people who have been marginalized are everyday Nigerian. All the policies they are making every now and then, they are suffocating. All those policies are suffocating us. We are being marginalized. Nothing is being done. But when you see all these so-called whatever they call themselves, that they are being marginalized, when they talk about it, know that they are not being given juicy position. Just like Saraki, he said it, that he left APC because he didn't give him juicy position. And the northern groups have come to testify to the fact that yes, Buhari has been so good to them when it comes to appointment, but we should not use that to judge. So those are the whatever they are playing now. When Igbos come, they tell, oh, they want a presidency. What are you going to do differently? Are you going to still do the same thing? Because these Ijaw people, I could remember, especially this Bayelsa, that is where this man came from. The former president, Goodluck Jonathan, what did he do? They were all playing to the gallery. And before you know, before they could say Jack Robinson, time had passed. And now they are all crying. That one self cannot even talk anything. He cannot even contribute apart from they tell him to go to one piece meeting or whatever, giving him position. The other position that are given outside the country makes no meaning to everyday Nigeria. Let's even leave Nigeria. Everyday Bayelsa person or Ijaw person. What meaningful development can we say he has done? He did during his time. Now he's crying out, some northern governors were not happy when he was doing Amajiri and whatever. The Amajiri, now at the end of the day, you are doing this for people who will not even appreciate it. Something that you know that is not going to stand the test of time. Oh, they are saying that they were saying, or they are still saying, oh, he did all of that because of the second term, or he wanted to come. But at the end of the day, that's how they are wasting resources. Wasting resources. Oh, during Goodluck Jonathan, we thought, oh, me, I'm always talking every one of them that has committed one offense or the other, or that has made one mistake or the other, or that have done wrong to the people. Me, I don't belong to any. I know I that's why I pity those who are always defending politicians. You say you are queuing behind them, you are defending them, you are supporting them, you are drumming support for them. You are just playing with your life. You are playing with your life. These guys are something else. They are mean. They are mean. Until when you stand to say, do the right thing. Believe you me, if somebody is from me, I don't know why I like using that as an example. If you like, come from a Bira land, they call it, some people call it a Bira from Kogi State. Come from there. You want to be the president. If you can do it right, it does not matter. It does not matter. We're not talking about ethnicity or whatever. And that is what is baffling when it comes to this Igbo presidency. It's just going there to go and do the same thing. So coming back to all these people now that are crying, self-determination, this and this and that, we know their time. That's how they have been saying all this while. Before you know, they will go back. You will not hear anything again. Self-determination. You want to do this. You want to do that. So what is now the difference between this? What you are asking for and what Nnamdi Kanu is asking for? And that's why they are trying to put that caveat. Oh, we are going to do it in a peaceful way, not in a violence way, not in a. We hear you. The same people that praise Uwazurike did it in a better way. I could remember Shetima. He said it recently that Uwazurike went by it in a normal way, in a not in a non-violent way. And I was asking myself, you are complaining that Nnamdi Kanu is coming from the angle of violence. Uwazurike did it in a non-violent way. You didn't even answer him. So I don't even understand. I don't really understand. Call for restructuring now. They will say, like you're restructuring. Some people will tell you that restructuring is ongoing every day. That we continue to restructure. That is not the kind of restructure we are talking about. We are talking about this same resource control, which they don't want to say anything about it. Somebody from Jigawa will tell you that is the owner of the oil in Bayelsa State. Is that not ridiculous? Is that not ridiculous? Now they are coming here, one self-determination. What is not the difference with what you are asking now with what Biafra is talking about? Is there any difference?